Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? How you doing? You know who this is, the chosen one, Gabriel Skywalker from the DFS Club, coming to you guys with a UFC Fight Night Vegas 49 edition, guys. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment down below. I'm trying to get to my channel to 6,000 subscribers. We're on our way, man. You guys are killing it with the subs, with the likes, with the comments. I really appreciate it. I'm very humbled. Thank you guys so much. We had a huge freaking day here at the DFS Club, guys. Big, big winner. I'm about to show you guys that, but before we do, let's start the freaking show. Let's go, guys. All right, so just let me check my audio. Okay, cool. So this is our top 25 that we do at the DFS Club, where we post our, if you get a top 25 finish in a large EPP, this is where you post it. And Julio took down tonight in NBA, won $100,000 with the 366.50. Julio, shout out to you, bro. That's the new record for the club. Bronco won 60,000 last season, so very nice, dude. Very nice. Julio, congratulations, $100,000 winner tonight, representing the DFS club. Shout out to you and his FanDuel also. He says I forgot to post this. Yeah, he won quite a bit tonight, man. He won quite a bit. That's just amazing, dude. That's just amazing. He said Skywalker, DFS Space, Adam, takedown fellas, game changing for me. I'm gonna cry. I would cry too. I would cry. I would do a jig. I'd start breakdancing. I do all that stuff, man. But yeah, guys, we're killing it in every single sport. NHL, NBA, you name it, guys. We're doing it, and we're about to do this for UFC, guys. If you want to come join the winning team, stop losing, start winning, guys. Go to dfsclub.freaking.com. It's not freaking. Leave the freaking out, but just go to dfsclub.com, guys. You got two providers of one, DFS Space, my brother from another mother, myself, Skywalker DFS, and you get every single sport. Every sport, guys. NBA, NFL, MLB, PGA, NHL, NASCAR, soccer, UFC, tennis, WNBA, college sports. All you got to do is click join now. Make sure you click on my logo, Skywalker DFS, so I get credit. And then pick your plans, guys. Again, we are the cheapest in the business, and it's not even close. Let me change the screen up here. There we go. It's not even close. Look at these prices, guys. Can't beat them. No one can even come close. We have our bronze, silver, gold plans, and 3-day passes. If you guys just want to check us out for 3 days, check it out. We do prize picks. We do sports wagering. We do the members only podcast 1 hour before lock, guys. That's where we break down the slate. That's when all the fire comes in. We help you build the best lineups like Julio. And yeah, guys, come check us out. dfsclub.freaking.com. Join now. Click my logo and pick your plan, and you guys are in. Every single plan is for every single sport. The only difference is the more you pay up, the more you save. That's it. Other than that, it's all access for everything. All right, so let's get into this greasy card, guys. Let's pull it up here. All right, so Bobby Green stepping in on late notice, going up against Makhachev. Why can't I ever say it when I'm live? I can say it all day long when I'm not live. It's freaking 1:52 in the morning, guys. Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Green is the main event. But to kick off the card, we got some fights that I just don't like. Let's start it off, guys. First up, we got a couple of Dana White Contender Series guys here. Victor Altamoreno versus Carlos Hernandez. So Victor is 8K. Carlos is 8.2K. Just not excited about this fight at all. I wasn't impressed by either one. I don't even know how they're in the UFC with those performances, how they got signed, but hey, it's an 11-fight card, man. You got to fill the card somehow. Victor, he's a striker. Good kicks, zero takedown defense, so he can be taken down at will. His gas tank's pretty good. Carlos Hernandez, he's a wrestler, man. He goes for takedowns. Good leg kicks. Good flying knee up the middle. Great chin too, man. He can take some shots. Good level changes. I'll take Carlos Hernandez here for the decision victory, but I probably won't have any exposure to this fight at all, to tell you the truth. So, but the pick is going to be Carlos Hernandez. All right, next up, we got a couple of winners here. Ramis Brahmahaj versus Michael Gilmore, guys. So Ramis 9.3K on DraftKings. Michael Gilmore, you guys remember him? He's 6.9K on DraftKings. Came in on the Ultimate Fighter. He was a local guy in Vegas. I think someone knew Dana and got him in on like a favor type of deal. Another guy that shouldn't even be in the UFC. That's the only reason why Ramis is priced up this high to 9.3K. The pick is going to be Ramis Brahimaj. There we go. Don't do YouTube videos at 1:53 in the morning, guys. It is short notice, but he needs this win, man. It's kind of a layup for him. He's a grappler, takedowns, leg kicks. His cardio sucks, though. If you don't get it done in the first round, I mean, he won't be in trouble, but I mean, it is the fight game. Michael does have a puncher's chance. Let's face it. Striker, just slows down during fights. This gas tank's questionable. I wouldn't say it's kind of poor. He's like a jobber. I mean, once his fight contract's up, I'm sure he'll be gone. He just fought a good wrestler for the tough finale. Just got freaking manhandled the whole fight. Got TKO'd in the third. Ramis is the pick at 9.3K. If you want to take Ramis and get him in your lineups, I think you get him at very low ownership because he's close, he's priced very close to Makhachev. So Ramis will be a way to go in GPPs, I think, just for the low ownership. So yeah, that's the pick. Next up, we got Alejandro Perez versus Jonathan Martinez. So Alejandro is 7.4K. Jonathan Martinez is 8.8K. Give me Jonathan Martinez here at 8.8. Another fight, though, I don't know if I'll get to as far as like DraftKings FanDuel, because I'm pretty sure this one's going to the judges. I'm pretty sure Jonathan Martinez is going to win. Pretty positive about that. It's just he doesn't finish anybody. It goes to the judges. You look at his DraftKings history. He doesn't score well. He just stands and strikes. This fight right here is just going to be standing and striking for both guys. Alejandro's striker, fast hands. Likes to throw that overhand. He does have wrestling in his game, though. He does have good takedown defense, but I don't think he'll need it against Jonathan Martinez. He is a high output striker. He uses his range well, I'd say, because he's long for the division, tall, long legs, long arms, nasty leg kicks, calf kicks, good takedown defense, great cardio, man. But it's just he doesn't score well. He doesn't get the knockdowns. He just doesn't have much power behind his strikes. So he's more of a point striker. But yeah, the pick's going to be Jonathan Martinez at 8.8. But another fight I probably won't be getting into. I mean, if you're doing max entries, MMEs, I'm sure you're going to get some exposure, but I want finishes. I want 100 plus fantasy points here from every fight because I'm looking to take down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not looking just to cash. So, but yeah, the pick is Jonathan Martinez. Let's not get crazy. All right, next up, we got Terence McKinney versus Faraz Zeon, guys. So Terence McKinney coming off that his UFC debut through a 1-2 up the middle, and then dropped Matt Frivola. It was embarrassing for Matt, man. Holy crap. He's at 7.8K. He's the underdog here versus Faraz Zeon, who's 8.4K. So Terence, man, he's a striker and grappler. You couldn't tell by the last fight because it lasted like 2 seconds. He's well-rounded. The only thing about him is cardio is kind of questionable from what we've seen in the past. He could have worked on it, right? He's still young. When I watch fight tape, I generally only like to watch the last fight, maybe the fight before that, because especially with these young guys, the older guys, you can pretty much, what they're going to do. But these young guys, they just evolve so much. So, Zeon, I'm just not impressed, dude. He's a striker. He's a counter striker, very very low volume. He's got good movement in the ring though. You got to kind of like chase him down because he won't. He has no forward pressure at all. He stands there a lot. Very very low volume. The pick for me is going to be Terence McKinney. I think he gets it done here, man. I think he gets a finish. Because I sure as hell ain't picking Zeon because he's going to score very low. Even if this goes to the judges, let's say, Zeon probably gets like a 50. That's how low output this guy is. So it's dog or pass for me here. Give me some Terence McKinney. I don't feel great about it, but I mean, I think he scores pretty good if he gets a finish here. Probably one of the more popular underdogs on this card, but don't you dare be sour. I got more for you guys. I got more dogs for you. Next up, we got Jocelyn Nunez versus Ramona Pasquel. Just give me Jocelyn here at 8.9K. You'd be crazy not to pick her. Absolutely insane. I hear people talking, they're taking Ramona. I'm just like, all right, you must not like money. So Jocelyn's 8.9K, coming off a brutal knockout. She knocked, who was that? She knocked out an undefeated Bay Malecki. Here's another thing. People are talking about the size difference here. If you don't remember, Malecki was towering over Nunez. So don't give me that size is going to make the difference here. It didn't make the difference in that last fight. She knocked her out cold in one round. You don't see that in ladies MMA that often. Give me Nunez at 8.9K. I will have lots of shares of her. Striker, powerful. She's small, but let me tell you, she's very active, high output, great chin. She'll eat a couple to get in close. That's her thing. And then when she's in there, man, whoo, she's throwing heat, mad heat. And then Ramona, she's big for the division. She's thick, in a good way. Striker, kicks, goes for takedown. She's good in the clinch. Big size advantage, but again, I don't care about that. I mean, we already seen Nunez with the major size disadvantage, and she whipped that girl bad. So give me Nunez at 8.9K, and I hope to goodness she is low ohm because I will have lots of shares. This one, man, I've been back and forth. Next up, we got Inicio Brahimaz versus Wrong Zhu. So Brahimaz is 9K, Wrong Zhu 7.2K. I would have shares of both. Zhu missed weight today by 2 pounds, but the fight is still on, thank goodness. Both these guys are bangers, man. Both these guys are active. Both these guys throw with heat. Brahimaz does have a lot of scar tissue on his face, though. He gets cut up very easily, so that might not look good to the judges. If this fight goes to the distance, that's the only thing that worries me here. But they're both strikers. Brahimaz, good forward pressure, man. He's always in your face, always active, kicks to the body, to the head. He rips the body, man. Great takedown defense. His fight IQ, though, I kind of got to question it, man. In his last fight, that was against, Roosevelt Roberts, man. He had him on the feet, and then Roosevelt Roberts kept going to his back, and Brahimaz was quick to oblige him. He was gonna, I'm just like, dude, just stand him up. You keep knocking him down. Why would you want to go to the ground with this guy? So I kind of got to question that. Zhu wrong. Striker. Low volume, though. Low volume. He waits for it. But he's a grappler, man. He goes for takedowns. He's only 21. He's still a kid. He throws nasty calf kicks. He does it early in fights and then kind of forgets about it. He's heavy on his feet, kind of slow. But he gets you on the ground, man. That ground and pound is vicious, nasty. But again, he did miss weight. I don't know if he did that on purpose, and he's going to try and decide to wrestle here, take Brahimaz down and do his thing and maybe wet blanket him or just try and get control time. I don't know, man. I'm back and forth. I would have both on this card. I do think Chu is a live dog here, and especially for that price tag, I think it's a coin flip. So 7.2K wrong. The official pick for me is going to be Brahimaz, just because he's quicker, he has more output, and if it goes to the judges, I think he gets a decision here. But I'm gonna have some shares of of Chew here. God damn it! I gotta start filming these videos earlier, guys. I apologize. I really do. I'm butchering the hell out of these guys, but Chile versus China. I'm gonna have shares of both, but the official pick is gonna be Brahimaz. All right, next up. This one's gonna be good. I gotta say, this one's gonna be a banger. We got Gregory Rodriguez at 8.5K versus Armand Pertesian at 7.7K. I think this one might be in the optimal lineup here. You got Gregory Rodriguez, man. He's a BJJ guy, but he's fallen in love with his striking. He's got power in his punches, and he knows it. He can grapple, man. Like I said, he's a BJJ guy. He does have a questionable chin. He's been rocked. He got rocked quite a bit in his last fight against the Iron Turtle, and found you got to respect that he didn't give up. He was getting rocked up against the fence, and somehow he found it. He dug deep and knocked him out. Goes for takedowns. He's got a good submission game. Good feints. His gas tank, though, you gotta question it. That second round, man, he looked like he was gassed. He was either gassed or he was just his bell was rung pretty bad, or both. You got Armen here. He's making his UFC debut. His local fights, though, in the Dana White Contender Series fight, dude's he's a killer, man. He throws nasty kicks. He's a striker. Poor takedown defense, though. He can get taken down. He does throw heat, though, man. This kid throws heat. He's a karate guy. Woo, he's got power. I'm going to take Armon here at 7.7K. I'm going to have plenty of shares. He might be a popular underdog, but I think he has the power advantage here. He's stronger. And when they faced off today, they're this. Armon was bigger. You would think Gregory, he's big for the division too, but he's always bigger than his opponent. Not this time. When they faced off today, man, Armand was bigger. So yeah, I'm gonna take Armand today at 7.7K. Whoever wins, though, I think this one might be in the optimal. Like I said, because I think there's gonna be a finish here. So I don't think Rodriguez has the gas tank for 3 rounds. So yeah, give me Armand second round finish. I think that sounds about right. Next up, we got another Armand Tsuzukian versus Joel Alves. This one's gonna be, this one's gonna be another banger, man. Armand's on a freaking streak. He's 9.1K. Yoel Alvarez 7.1K. There is so much value on Yoel right now at 7.1K. Watching the fight tape on these guys, man, they're both killers. Armand's a grappler, good striking. His last fight, it was a knockout. He knocked him cold, man. Takedowns, ground and pound, good forward pressure, good head kicks. Yoel Alvarez, very tall, very long for the division. He towers over people, man. He's a striker, very high output, throws lots of kicks, man. Great chin too. He can take a shot. He loves those knees up the middle. High volume. Here's what I think happens. I was on a streak last week, guys, on the DFS Club, and I was in the Discord. I was predicting how the fight was going to go down as it was going, and it was kind of scary how good I was calling it. I see Armand going in for some takedowns, and I see Alvarez throwing those knees up the middle, and I think he might catch him with one. So I'm going to take Yoel Alvarez at 7.1K on DraftKings, guys. I'm just going to, you know what? You got to take your shots here with underdogs. And I'm going to put my flag in the ground and plant it and pick Yoel Alvarez here for the upset. And I think he gets it done finished, man. I think he catches him with the knee up the middle. I think Armand's going to go and shoot for a double leg, and he's going to get him. So yeah, Yoel Alvarez is a pick for me at 7.1K. I hate going up against Armand, especially on the streak he's on, but there's just too much value with Alvarez. So I will have lots of Alvarez. You're gonna need these dogs to make room to get to some of these 9K fighters. So Yeah, I like that. I'm pretty confident in it, actually. As crazy as that sounds. Next up, we got one of the dirtiest fighters in the UFC. Priscila catch a beating versus Yi Young Kim. Priscila catch a beating, man. She's the fight before Jillian Robinson, she kept grabbing the cage. She kept grabbing the cage and kept getting away with it. And then Jillian Robinson just took her to the woodshed. And while Jillian had her dead to rights, Priscila tried to literally try to gouge her freaking eyeball out. I don't know how she's allowed to fight. If I was Dana White, I would have cut her after that. I mean, you can't be doing shit like that. So personally, I think she's a piece of shit. But when my money's on the line, I can't let my emotions get involved. Priscila catch a beating, man. She's a brawler, high volume striker, strong, good forward pressure. She's just going in there to bang, man. She's going in there to brawl. Her takedown defense is non-existent, though. She can't stop a takedown. She, like I said, she's probably the dirtiest fighter in the UFC. I'm a big Jillian Robinson fan, and that just pissed me off, dude. But Kim, she's a striker. She's very fast, man. She's got great footwork. She goes in and out. She holds her chin up in the air, though. That's kind of concerning against Priscila catch a beating. You got to be concerned about that. She's never been finished, though. She can take a beating, man. She's great in the clinch. She'll throw them elbows, them knees up the middle. She goes for takedowns. That's what I like. Not a lot of people notice that. She actually did try and go for some takedowns that last fight, but it just didn't work out. Against Priscila catch a beating, I think she gets these takedowns here, and I think that's the plan here. She got a nice 1-2. She does back up a lot, but just high volume too. My pick is going to be give me the Korean girl here, South Korean girl at 8.6K, but I think it goes to the judges. But if she gets those takedowns like I think she's going to do, I think it scores pretty decent. So you could probably get her at low ownership. I think a lot of people are going to be on catch a beating. But yeah, give me the South Korean girl at 8.6K. I think she gets it done via decision. Next up, we got the co-main event of the evening. We got Misha Cirkunov versus Wellington Turman. Mika 8.3K on DraftKings. Wellington Turman 7.9K. Man, seeing the face-off today, Misha is freaking huge for this division. He towers over Wellington, man. Misha's 8.3K. Wellington 7.9K. Misha's a straight grappler, man. He'll go for as many takedowns as it takes to get this job done. He's a wrestler, submission specialist. Huge size difference, man. I see Misha going for like 10 takedowns in this fight. Wellington Turman, man, he's a striker, powerful. He can grapple too. He goes for takedowns. I'd say his chin is kind of questionable though. He's good in the clinch, good nasty boxing. Poor fight IQ, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna take Misha Cirkunov here at 8.3K. Another one of these fights I think you need to get, especially for the price tag. And if Misha, even if it goes to the judges, if he lands 5 or more takedowns here, that's gonna score really good. So yeah, give me Misha Cirkunov here at 8.3K. I feel pretty good about it. And then last but not least, we got the main event of the evening. Islam Makhachev. Why do you guys? Why? Islam Makhachev versus Bobby Mean Green. So shout out to Bobby for taking this fight. But give me Islam here. I mean, it's not even close. I'm gonna get Islam in all my lineups at 9.5K. Grappler, takedowns, he'll go for, and it's 5 rounds too. Bobby Green's not easy to finish at all. He can go 5 rounds. So let's say it goes 5 rounds, right? Islam gets like 10 takedowns. He can land them. It's going to score high. I think he's going to be highly owned. So if he scores like a huge score, like a 130, maybe a 150, and you don't have him, your lineup's probably dead. So to get to that 9.5 Islam, you're going to have to pay down and find that value. So I really hope Yoel shows up for me, man, because then I think I'll be sitting pretty. So basically, my whole day is going to depend on that Yoel fight. So, but yeah, the pick's Islam. Bobby Green's a striker, wrestler. Short notice. He does throw a lot of volume, but he doesn't finish anybody. So Makhachev does, though. Submission, 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 decision against Davey Ramos, and then decision versus Armen Sarukian. So he's been in a submission machine lately. 21-1. They're calling him Khabib Jr. But yeah, get him in there at 9-5. You can definitely find ways in this greasy fight. And then let's just review real quick. So fade for me. And then Ramis, though, I mean, if you want to get different for GPPs, you can go there. Because he's just so closely priced to Makhachev. So there, I can say it now. Unbelievable. This third fight, I'm picking Martinez, but I'm not going to get no shares there. Terence McKinney's a risky underdog, but he is the pick for me. Nunes is one of my favorite picks on this card. One of my most confident picks. I think she knocks this girl out in the first round. And then this one, Brahimaz versus Zhu Rong. I'm going to have shares of both, but the pick is going to be Inicio. Gregory Rodriguez versus Armen. I'm going to take Armen here. I'm going to take the newcomer. But it is risky because Gregory's got power too. But, you got to be different. And then Armen, the other Armen versus Yoel Alvarez. Give me Yoel Alvarez. I'm going to go 100% Yoel Alvarez. And because I play 5 lineups. I give out 5 lineups to the club. He will be in every single one of them because I got to get to Islam. So, and then Priscila catch a beating, and Kim, give me Kim. Misha versus Wellington, give me Misha, and then of course give me Islam. Because again, if he scores really high, guys, you might be dead in the water if you don't have him. So that's gonna do it, guys. It's late. The wife stayed up late, so I had to wait to do my videos. I got to take Smoking Joe out to go potty, as my wife calls it, and then I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to join the DFS Club, you want to join the winning team, you want to stop losing, start winning, DFSClub.com. Click join now, click my logo, pick your plans, and you guys are in. We're the best in the industry, and we keep showing it, guys. Just because we're the cheapest don't mean that we're the best. We are the best. And thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment down below. I want to know who your dogs are. If your dogs are barking, I want to hear who you guys are going to take, because you guys might talk me into some that I might be overlooking. So I'd love to hear it. Let me know. Last week I went 10-2. I'm proud of that. It should have been 11-1, but Belbita got robbed. I think Belbita won that fight. So I should have been 11-1 last week. So I really dug into this one because there's a lot of close fights. So I got to plant my flags in the ground, like I said, and take the dogs that I took. So again, thank you guys so much. I'll probably, I'm not going to rush to get to watch these first 3 fights, but after that, the card is going to be good. So thank you. I love you. God bless you. My name's Gabriel Skywalker. Whew. I got to get to bed, guys. Good night. Good evening. I love you. Take care.